All right, hello and welcome. We are back into the game. Great stuff is happening in Serbia. This will probably be the first front that we move, but you can see here, life is good. Austria is coming in force, definitely holding off the Russians here. In the north, we have Pacifist Germany, just trying to defend its own land from the invasion, not pushing into into Russia, even though we could easily destroy their weakened units, artillery, and take Warsaw. We're just happy to hang out and defend. And also here on the Western Front, instead of immediately knocking Belgium out of the war and making our way on Paris to win, we decided that also we are pacifists and also we will sit back and allow the enemy to stockpile troops, materiel, Belgium to mobilize, England to get here, and we'll just relax. In the naval game, we've conceded the whole North Sea. These ships are going to be looking to come through. They will absolutely get destroyed by the British. I'm not going to worry about that. But we do have convoys that might make it through at least the Baltic, where we're kind of holding off the Russians and playing a little bit of cat and mouse. Not really a big deal. In the south, we just took a big beating trying to prevent the French from landing and helping out the Serbians. And now the British are coming. And the British are also shielding their ships and also preventing me from kind of hammering them. So I think I have to, instead of attacking this convoy, I think I need to take a turn of attacking the enemy fleet. But, as always, actually, we don't have enough ammunition as Serbia to use our artillery, so I guess we should look down here first and say, what can we do here? Try and damage this unit. Likely the best thing to do is actually to shift around and do damage to this armored cruiser, because now our other ships can come in and continue to pile on the damage. Here we're firing pretty good. We'll keep going. We do have a submarine here. That's really good at finishing off ships that are already wounded, so that went pretty well. We can get our German armored cruiser into this gap. Again, I could take an attack at this transportation ship. It does have a garrison, not a full infantry, just a garrison unit. So I think it's more important to kind of win this naval battle. So right now this is going pretty okay. We'll use the kind of light cruiser that we have here on behalf of the Ottomans to slow things down, but generally that's just chilling. Oh, I forgot even to mention the Ottoman front here with the British and likely soon to be Russians, but we'll deal with that when the time comes. Next up, we can certainly look to exploit this gap. We have an enemy here with 1 health. My lord, if this garrison can't get it done, then that would be a problem. Let's not move into the tile, and we'll allow our other units to move forward here. I would love to destroy this particular unit. Couple ways of getting it done. I don't think it's the strongest unit they have. This is the strongest unit, and we could harass it with that plane, but not this one. So let's go ahead and use this plane to harass, and this plane to harass. That gets their efficiency down to 7. That's a pretty notable decrease. That's a big boom in terms of hits. We're happy to jump forward, get another big, that's something. I can hardly talk over the sound of the boom booms. And then finally, no reason not to jump in here with this cavalry, get a finishing blow. We're kind of moving in here on Skopje, and we're seeing that the enemy does in fact have more units that are going to be a little tricky for us to deal with. This might be a good turn to reinforce these kind of leading infantry divisions. I don't see a tremendous amount of value in attacking into this city. Could bring this unit over, so perhaps right now the best thing to do, I really want the cavalry to be more useful, or the cannon to be more useful, but I don't really want to bring it here. So this infantry as well. it's probably worth continuing to step forward, put some pressure on this city, but it is a fortress. I think that we'll just try and move further down into this capital region. And if that's where we are going, then maybe this artillery can move that way. Not a problem. You're dug in for 3. You're dug in for 3. They do now have artillery. I just think we could do a swap here. Or I could leave this unit and focus on kind of moving back around. I like this general being here because it does provide some coverage. And we already have this general on this side. So I think it makes more sense to move this one forward. And we'll put some pressure. 2 for 2 is really awful in terms of outcome. But it is what it is. So that's good. Then we'll do a repair on you. And we'll bring our cannon forward. Again, we could move it even closer in some ways, but that's fine. We could put pressure on the city as well. I don't want to waste the manpower. Up here, we could put pressure on their garrison that just moved forward. That makes a lot of sense to me. Austria does not have the need to play defensive, so we can go ahead and do that. And then similarly, we can put some pressure on this unit, do a swap, and then do a little bit more pressure. Okay, that's really, really quite loud. We'll bring you down. Sound volume. I guess it's been like that the whole time I've been recording, but it's now getting to that point where I'm like, that's just... There's something to be said about ambiance, but that goes pretty far beyond it. We're now back to restoring our borders here. So next we have to step back with Germany, because we're not invading into Russia despite the fact that we have tempo. I think it makes most sense to focus this infantry squadron, punish it for coming this far forward. The Germans have the ammunition to make this attack happen. We have the air force to really harass and lower the effectiveness of this squad, and there's a bombardment. We're down to 7 efficiency. I think it makes sense. Oh, you can only move 1 tile. You can move 2. Well, I don't want to go that far forward with my leading unit. So let's step back 1, make a big attack. You know, that's almost a kill. Then we step... Oh, I really want to kill this artillery, but I really don't want to attack into opposing lands because we are pacifists. So we'll finish you off. We'll reform the line here around artillery. This front line, we're basically relaxing. I'll do a little raid over because, again, they're in my lands. But that's fine. Didn't we have a second cavalry? Or did it get killed? It must have been killed. Right? Maybe we surged forward and got some kills with it. I was certain that Germany had 2 cavalries over here. Because we had 2 in this area, and I thought we shifted them up slowly. I missed its death, which is really too bad. This one here we could bring to that front as well. This front is so static that I don't think that there's any reason to wait for us to have some breakthrough happen. This here has a lot of garrisons in this very southern portion, so waiting makes a lot of sense. These French infantry squads could be nasty. Thankfully, like, the Metz is a fortress, so this corner is really well defended. This grassland is not even protected by a river, I'm pretty sure. So this is our weakest point. This is up in the north. It also is weak, but Belgium has garrisons that are kind of in the way of France, making a notable effort. So let's go ahead and try and lower your efficiency. They have a plane defending it. And then bombard for 9. This is good because it's actually going to potentially strategically damage France. So just lowering their efficiency. Again, Germany always needs more ammunition. We're down to 6 after that round. And that's basically everything. We move forward. We're pressuring into the center here. France is going to get a lot of its efficiency back now that they've landed and they're getting some heals, which is going to be a little bit nasty. Down here, I would love to just get you out of the fight and then bring in an actual squad of infantry. There's a couple ways to have this done, but infantry on this Air Force is like extreme value. This here is dunes. This here is desert. I'd much rather stand in the dunes. So we'll get a kill here. And then I think what we do is we move our infantry to this spot. We're doing a little bit of attacking. But realistically, what's important for us is holding this kind of front line here. Let's move our cannon into the realm of importance. And we can move you over. A little quick repair on this squad for 2 is nice. And yeah, I mean, again, they can pressure this infantry here that's hiding in the dunes. They can pressure it from 1, 2, 3 directions. These ones here, they can each attack for 2. And we're a little bit weak in the center, but we have additional reserve units that we can kind of try and slide in. Like, if they were to attack this unit, I could see ourselves bringing him out, bringing this infantry over, and bringing these guys in, kind of thing. With that said... Oh, I forgot to deploy my general. Lord, that's annoying. Well, we're going to do it now anyway. So there's the offensive power. Certainly increased in this area. Defensive as well. And let's continue deploying troops in the Ezrum area. We're kind of just hanging out here. Russia does have a tendency to come this way. It's hard to defend from the mountains because they can kind of just come down the center. So that's just where we are. In terms of productions, I think it makes sense for Turkey to increase ammunition. I would love to do it with Germany, and I will do it with Austria because we just need ammunition in this war. Doesn't matter if it's preventing us from deploying many additional squadrons. It's needed. Though, with Germany, again, I'd like more, like, airships even. Could be fun. They do use some ammunition to attack, but it's so much shock value and strategic bombardment. I would like one. It'll take 5 turns for it to deploy. Let's get 2. Let's go heavy air support with Germany. Up here, we do have a convoy coming down. I'm just going to move these things to go alongside with it. And I could attack these dreadnoughts, but it doesn't really make sense to do so. I might even... See, we have an armored cruiser here. This is a pre-dreadnought. So what I could do is move you away, move you forward, and do a little bombardment here for basically free. Yeah, and now I can move this submarine. Now, the submarine is just not able to really hit this. It's like, it's shown as one dreadnought, but it's a flotilla is the idea. Like, this is a group of dreadnoughts that are all together in like a squadron. So, very good. So that's this front line done. That's the naval done. That's this front line basically just chilling. And then this front line done. A little bit more navy. Everyone here is hanging out. The new infantry did arrive. Yeah, I mean, nothing to hate. Let's review the diplomacy screen. We have 10 turns for Italy, and then Bulgaria is also looking to come in on the Central Powers side. The problem is, once they come in with Sofia, Bucharest could come in, and that's like a lot of land that opens up frontage for even Russia to come through. So, expanding the war right now is bad if I can't finish off Serbia, but at least it's coming now. This is good, and this is fine as well. I'm ready for it. Let me know. Where's it gonna go? I hear the submarines. We could also do with some like repairing and stuff. We'll see if Russia's brave enough to step in on the front lines up here. That is in our territory. We could even bombard them with neighborhoods. They're pushing us hard on that corner. Yeah, so he's down to 3 health. I literally have to pull him out at this point. He's just too low for it. This is an interesting little squadron that they've put forward as well. And we'll actually see what these probably heal up to 8. And now they're defending that city with the French. So the fact that the French got to sneak their infantry through is actually very problematic. It's going to extend the length of that war, that battle. Hear those attacks coming in on the center. I'm surprised that they don't push me a little bit here. And they are looking like they want to fight a wee bit. They're bringing in some... These are the British, I think. That's why their uniforms are a little bit more tan. That guy was low on efficiency because of our bombardments. Uh-oh. A lot of ships we see coming through. And now some ships are being sunk. I mean, hey, this guy's almost through so far. Maybe we could have defended that ship. I think if we had sent our ships out, though, to convoy protect, it would have been like a magnet for the German Navy. Armored car, some infantry grenades, war support, and winter has come. Naval battles, right? Yeah. German naval commander. You just go on one of these advanced dreadnoughts. You are another... Looks like you have sea attack. I want to see the general, not... Okay, well, I have no way around that. So we did lose a ship, but at least the British did not get in. What level of damage are we talking about here on the submarine? 4. Right, and then you can come in and finish you off. Dreadnought moves into protection. German Navy goes in for the finisher. And that's pretty sick. This pre-dreadnought could come back. I don't know how expensive it is to repair them. Not bad, actually. That one's like basically free. I'm surprised. He did get up to 8. His efficiency is still low. Man, if I can harass him just a little bit, I might be able to keep him out of the fight. That actually did a damage. Wasn't enough to really get the value. This unit is a little bit too low. These units will be out of supply or value supply if we move forward here. This is the Austrians. It might be worth doing something with them. These guys are now down to 2 efficiency. Oh, we have a chance. We just have to get through here. It's not even worth attacking this city right now. We could constrict supplies by stepping out. Oh, I should have moved this general down sooner. He might have been able to support something else, some other initiative here. Let's do this. This will get a kill, almost certainly. We're not going to let them get back to Belgrade, that's for sure. And you come down for a heal. And yeah, step down. You can only move 1 tile when you're kind of moving in front of an enemy like that. So, some damage here. Again, they can counterattack. And I think we want to move this artillery forward. I can't get it in range of here, but moving it down. And then the Austrian Air Force Like, here seems problematic in terms of how close to the front line it is. This seems right. I don't know if he'll attack me with these ground units, right? Their ground attack is 5. Your defense is like 6. There is some rough terrain here with a dig-in bonus. That's fine. So there's the artillery piece. Okay, over here, there were attacks on this corner garrison. So let's go ahead and get a little bit of repair. 2 and 1. 3 there. 2 there. I mean, this is fine. It's not what I want, but it's fine. Just repairing this front line here. There is a naval commander ready. I guess I should have put him out regardless, but the Austrians aren't looking super hot. I'm going to put it on this other dreadnought just so he's out there for the future. And then this car gives us a tremendous amount of vision. And you can see these are 2 infantry squadrons, but there's also an airplane. So really makes me want to take advantage of attacking that airplane, but we'd also be giving up a lot of our rough terrain benefits from being on the defense over here. Hard to say what's right or wrong. In terms of, I think there's a bug that flew into my shirt at one point, which is like pretty weird and suicidal of the bug, but I don't really want to crush it in my dress shirt. That seems kind of lame. Okay. I could see this cavalry coming down here and killing this, but look at what the British are bringing forward here. All of their infantry battalions are here. They are infantry 1 against my infantry 1, but I mean, still. This one's down to 7. So perhaps we can do a little bombard here. Now it's down to an 8. Now we're down to a 6 after that attack. So that was absolutely not what I wanted. And you can't seem to get out. So cavalry moves back, you move back, you move up. I could have attacked forward, but I kind of like this garrison existing. It prevents him from putting all of his infantry on the front line. We do have some artillery as Turkey, some ammunition. I would like more, but I think it's more important that Turkey gets some level of infantry built. The Russians are a little too close here and here, and it's a 4-turn delay. So we'll see what we can do. Get a reinforcement there. And yeah, there could be some value in standing here instead, but having our infantry on that front corner I think is best. Let's yeah, nothing to consider there. This is good. This is the other front that we haven't moved yet. I could try and punish this infantry for stepping forward, but these infantry are like actually deeper into my lines, like in terms of what's going on here. So I think I move you back. That's a given. And infantry needs to go here. So probably you with a repair. I could repair this guy up, and if I'm doing that, am I really doing any offensive action? Maybe this guy here, we could punish him a little bit. It also could be a good chance to repair, but look, let's take out the garrison if he is going to stand here and be vulnerable. Really would like the infantry to have broken the line. This is fine. I do want a new infantry to stand there. Which is fine. I could attack. I will, just because it says the odds are so far in my favor. It'd be great to finish this guy off. If I can finish him off, I will. Next up is this heal. This heal. Once again, I'm kind of in the way of my own stuff. I don't think he has to come here, though. He might be able to go down there. I mean, I could bomb the crap out of this guy, but I don't want to use a bunch of German ammunition to kind of fight a Russian dreadnought. Like, it just doesn't... I guess we could kind of trap it with one of our U-boats, maybe even both U-boats. Well, now that's kind of a little bit more interesting, isn't it? Boom, 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 boom. Dude, that's incredible. Sinking a ship that can't get away. That, like, 'cause otherwise they would have just zoomed back to their port. But now they're stuck because they can't. Submarines can go under ships, but ships can't go over submarines. Don't ask me. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And now we're occupying those tiles. If he can slip away, then I'm wrong. But hey, man, that was absolutely worth the ammunition spent. Germany is low after spending it, though. We haven't used this artillery yet, and I think we have to use it on one of these units that are a threat. I don't want my airlines to be under threat. But apparently I've made a mistake, and I'm short in my line one step, you know? I think Germany could use some more men, as much as I want to keep putting points into, like, production. Can't train line a person where I need him. Yeah, this guy has to stay here to protect Belgrade. He, again, can't move 2 tiles if he's being pinched like this. Up attack is what I'm worried about. And if I move back, then it's forward attack. But I guess that's fine, right? Because this tile has no dig-in bonus. And this is better coverage for generals anyway. Now this is kind of nasty, right? Spending 1 whole production to get 1 health, but I think it makes sense to do. We still have 20 production left as Germany. I'd rather not spend it. I have production left as Austria. I don't think I can get another ammunition production for them. I could get a fighter. I'd like to go to our research here and click Austria. Like, you guys focus on the fighters. Germany, you could probably deal with some more stuff. I could have you focus on observation, but I'd rather you get this. This bad boy here unlocks bombers. 3 on artillery is just incredible. I'm so happy I did that. Depth charges for submarine attack. And then Turkey. Turkey has some artillery. They can buy basic planes. But mostly they can go into artillery if they need it. I don't need to invest in any of those things. So, well, I'd like to, but I don't have the money. So priorities are otherwise. Everything seems to be set up. Serbia is regrouping, but if we just avoid certain cities that we don't need and just push on the capital, that will end the war faster. So let's do that. And keeping this French unit from being able to ever regroup by just harassing it incessantly is certainly something that we're going to get some value out of. Repairing some of the fleets we have down here would also be nice. We did sink quite a few ships by really putting the pressure. Okay, here comes the Russians. They are putting pressure. They are backing out here. I don't know if they're going to move in on that artillery piece. That's what I'm a little bit worried about. Oh, wow. They moved artillery piece in front? A sacrificial lamb? Maybe they don't have any artillery ammunition. Okay, he came out of his dig-in. Okay, interesting. Again, we want to not attack with our squads with low efficiency. It's actually great to rotate them out, but that's not really possible. Some attacks on the corner is fine. This is really a quiet side of the front, and that's okay. It's just so stacked up. It's so dug in. It's going to be impossible for us to push through when the time comes. Okay. They were able to move, right? Oh. Christmas truce. First of all, the British are slacking and letting us get our convoys through. That's insane. Mustafa, lovely. Honorable commander, honorable commanders. So I think they attacked us to try and get out and got counterattacked and died. And that demoralized all of Russia to hear that the pride of their fleet got sunk. So pretty good news. You are outside, are in our borders. So I'm allowed to attack you. Let's put the pressure on. We already have 2 generals covering this area here. Mackinson, look, and you can be over here and provide a tremendous amount of general coverage. This is a naval commander. It doesn't really matter to me. Now that we've hit you a bunch of times, let's come down, put some pressure, come down, put some pressure, and now you're free because you ran away. Let's fill in the gaps here. First, we need to do a big repair. I don't mind putting you here, but it's not that good. I'd like to attack this unit if I can. And then cavalry can move all the way to here. And again, it would be way better to finish this guy off, but we're pacifists. We're only protecting our own land from invasion. So back across the river. We do bait them into our land, don't get me wrong, but look, man, one thing at a time, all right? So that's all cool. We could attack this unit here to prevent some weird shit, but we're defending this whole corner with that unit. So let's not get carried away. This is a little bit soft, but none of these units can really, like, they get 2 infantry on it, it would retreat. It would be bad news. It would do a lot of damage, but it would be fine. Down here in Serbia, this guy is now at lower supply. He has enough from the city, but not much beyond that. This cavalry can move forward. You have a little bit of organization left. Can we try and bring that down to 1? Almost through there, but not quite. We do have artillery here. This German plane can only do that, so that's not so hot. I'll just bring you over here. Oh my god, Russia is so soft if we just put the pressure on. And they're mobilizing more every day is the problem. Okay, so general down, big attack. You down, big attack. I could move you over, I don't want to. This general now gives these offensive bonuses in ways. We're losing a bunch of efficiency because of how much ground we're gaining. It sounds a little bit insane, but it is kind of how it works. Right, we're spending so much time kind of surging forward that we're losing our own organization. Get the bombardments going on here. And we'll move this cavalry forward. I'd rather not attack and allow it to get some reinforcement back. And down here, again, a lot of my units are moving. They're not loving that. I don't want to spend 3 ammo to attack you. That's a huge waste. Let's leave a couple units here to prevent people from landing, and then let's bring our units back for some repair. The subs and the cruisers. So the Ottoman Navy is sunk, unfortunately. You come all the way out. You come all the way in. You come over. You come over. Cavalry's ready to go if needed. And you have 6, you have 7. Do the Ottomans have artillery? They do. Let's keep the bombardment moving. Yeah. So the car is very, very weak at attacking. It's really just a scout unit. I think that there could be some ability to attack. Bring you back. Bring you forward. And just keep visibility on these units. I forgot to put the general down. Always forgetting to put the general down. This ship can have a fleet thing. It's really a waste because it's a single ship, but you know, I'm not really using the North Fleet. And I think the North Fleet actually has its 2 admirals, right? Or maybe just 1. Yeah, just the 1. It's the Austrian fleet that has both admirals. We have really high morale, by the way. We have not taken any major defeats. We haven't lost much territory. We haven't lost many units. The attrition is okay. I mean, we're not even through the first year. But, you know, here we are. We could attack onto this unit. That was a mistake. Let's not do that. I mean, they should have a hard time getting their efficiency back, but our efficiency is also low, so, like, why bother? Great, and then there is some stuff that could happen here, but I really don't think Germany needs to send this. Well, could be good. Let's harass this Belgium unit. Their planes are losing more than I am. Let's do a little bit of bombard. And then Germany, more artillery rounds, please. Austria and everyone else would be great if they could, but they can't. Germany, do you have any units in the pipeline? You have a handful, plus the airships. I think that's okay. Russia isn't building up super fast, so that's fine. That's totally fine, and that's totally fine. All right. Management, diplomacy. We have 45 with the Austrians, but I don't have something I need to purchase for them right away. I don't really think they need to keep going into fighters, but maybe they should. I could certainly give them some research. Sure. Somebody should have some more air stuff. And Germany already has a good lead, so Austria can catch up because they've already invested in planes. I know whenever I play the British, I always go for Air Force, Air Force, Air Force. You allow them to support the French with those air units. You allow them to bring a lot of that air power down to the desert of Cairo. Did I not repair that unit for Austria? Let's see. Oop. I still think the combat sounds are loud. organization on the front line here. A lot of yellow. Still, the Turks will have enough ammunition for another attack soon. Okay, this unit could be pulled back. A lot of units getting deployed, more sub-attacks. Hey, we're actually getting our African colonies to send us stuff. That is actually unheard of. I've never had the AI let me do this. I don't know why. They're actually doing smart things like trying to support Serbia by dropping units there, but then they're failing in completely other ways. So these are going to come in next turn, I think, for a big bonus. We're going to have so much production as Germany. Look at the yellow all across this front line. You have 0 efficiency. But, like, so do we. It's so bad. Maybe we can break through somewhere. Like, why are we all so bad? You've got 9. Your sub-attack is 1. Your sub-attack is 1. Your sub-attack is 1. Your sub-attack is 1. Your sub-attack. So they're all sub-attacks of 1. So I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. You've got dunes, okay? This guy has 10 efficiency. You have 6 efficiency. I don't have enough artillery to actually do a bombard. We definitely want this. Oh, another thing to consider is, can we upgrade our units? No, we haven't gotten the technology yet for that. Oh, we have. Oh, and 2 more shock as well, because we got the Germans with the helmets. Oh. Oh, wow. We, if I go to research, Germany just got its freaking things, and then next it has steel helmets, and then it's got, like, it's gonna be so much more capable of being aggressive here soon. I think this is a city. I'd rather that city not just, like, fall. I don't have a good way of reinforcing it. I could rail line him out. It's pretty bad, but then we get him onto the corner, and then him into... You know what? I want to get a full heal on you, from you to here. And then if I move forward, it actually kind of straightens out this line. We do a little bit of softening up. Maybe an attack. Oh, that was a big one. Big one. Again, no Germans are stepping over the border here. They are all holding back, but that's pretty sick. Man, you guys have, like, no efficiency. It would be so great to just hold back for a turn, but I really don't want to do that. One thing that I know I can do is come here, just keep bombing these poor Frenchmen. You can get repaired. And if that's what we're doing, then we might just want to repair our whole front line. That's not worth doing everywhere, though. Like this, if I've got the artillery, if I've got the Air Force, we should harass and harass. And then, not enough to punch through, but this guy has 10 efficiency. He's had a whole turn to recover. He's about to have a turn to recover. I could step through. I could step over, and I could step down. I really want you to get the reinforced this turn. Alright, all of this is going to be ready to go next turn. You can get repaired this turn. You can do a little attack. You're about to have more stuff next turn. And these guys are just cycling their attacks, lowering efficiency, because I don't know if they can gain efficiency being out of supply like they are. Lovely. So next down here, again, I don't have the ammunition here. I do have the cavalry. So I could step forward, and then this cavalry could come down. We could attack and attack. That was actually very effective. You can step back, and you can step forward, and then you step forward. And all is right with the world when we do that. So great job, Turkey. Again, we could attack here. Not loving that, if I'm honest. Germany, they were thin on troops at one point. Right now, like, you get an upgrade. I think that we just do a bunch of points into powering up our units. We can deploy a little bit more garrison. We can do... kind of like an idea of doing a big repair here. Maybe slowing this down. Germany does have some ammunition, okay? So, like, there's certainly, like, some value that could be had if we... get the bombardment going. Just... yeah, upgrade all this stuff. It's really something expensive, but I think we're gonna have tons of cash next round. Certainly the main infantry squads here. You should step back. You should step back. You should step in. You should step over. And then repair, repair, repair. Not you. If I need this cavalry, let's bring it over. I mean, nice. We could do more upgrades. I mean, you make sense. You make sense. I don't think I need anyone else. This German is holding this line. I'd like you to be beside him. And I'd like you to be there just so nobody can deploy on this line. Turkey, I think you just need to get more ammunition. I did just get 2 more squadrons of Turkish, like, infantry. That's probably enough, but I like to be safe, so 1 more. It would be nice to buy them a lab, but I don't think they had enough. Some technology is coming through, though, it looks like. Dual shaft propulsion and some other things. Another thing to consider, too, is that vehicle research was unlocked. So, actually, yeah, Germany is always going to be our tech leader. But they've got some options here. Caterpillar to unlock the armor type, and then it can get more ground attack and shock, and it can get more ground attack and assault and shock and everything else. So, Austria has 20 bucks left. I think it's good to go. I think that you just let Austria live its life. I don't think Austria needs its vehicle lab. So, like, there's an argument to be made that we could sell the vehicle lab. And that, like, it actually sounds appealing to me the more I'm thinking about it right now. See, they are pushing on our corner that's the weakest. And the cavalry didn't retreat, which is actually really nice. Because then they could have done follow-up attacks. They are moving back to defend their capital. But they moved their, like, one of their weakest units onto it. So this is dangerous. There's 4 units that can attack that leading infantry of ours. The scout car here is what's giving us this vision. Okay, they like to push this corner. And that's now in range of this fighter. So we can do fighter against fighter attack. Just try and get those ace kills up. And he's getting more infantry down here. Now that he sees that I have things deployed, he's more interested in doing more. Okay, a little bit of attack either way. Lots of convoys. I mean, if he's not going to sink them, they're going to keep coming. Look at this. Look at this production for Germany. 248. Like, you legitimately are not, like, you're not supposed to let the convoys come from Africa. I'm used to them being cut off. And then as soon as Britain sinks one or two, they stop being sent. Wow. Okay. First things first. You guys are deployed here on the side. I would like to keep bombing you. Next things up. This artillery can only do. Alright, next up. 3. 4 on you. Let's get the finale. I'm down to 2 organization here, okay? It's really not bueno. But I mean, look, it is what it is. Oh, I meant to hit this guy. Oh, wow, that actually got a kill. Attack. 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 We are suffering from organization, but that's okay. So now we're pushing. Oh, baby. And you're down to 4 efficiency just from being harassed and sieged. You guys are all pushing real hard. This general's all the way down here. This one's all the way up here. I mean, we're in. I mean, this guy's 2 efficiency. This guy's 2 efficiency. 5, 8, 9, 8. But just the fact that we hit this guy like 6 times and this artillery is still in range. I mean, they're struggling. They're very we're just keeping up the pressure. Killing the French there was a pretty big deal. Can I undo that? No, because it revealed tiles. I wish I had sub-attack, but I don't have depth charges yet, so it makes sense that I don't. Artillery, we do have it. You're now to 2 efficiency. Okay, that almost killed this infantry, which is pretty sick. You're low efficiency, but hey, you're full strength, okay? You can get a repair. Over here, I don't have anything to be said. Over here, there's nothing to be said. Over here, I'd like to keep weakening this squad, but I'd also like to keep attacking this one. Okay, so I get them down to like no organization. Attacking this one is suicide, so let's not do that. We could get this cavalry all the way to here. I certainly need to back you up. And then putting my general on the corner makes a tremendous amount of sense. I could actually push through to their general dude here. Germany has the ammo. So let's keep hitting them. If I'm going to attack this unit, for instance, because it's low and it's in my territory, I think we go all in on that. Lot of bombardment. Big hit here. We'll swap for a rear attack. Okay, yeah, this audio is just way too high. I know that's like probably no one's watching the series at this point, but like I fixed it, okay? I fixed it. We'll move this garrison up in case we need additional gap filling. I mean, there's gaps out here. Like, there's a lot of gaps. And if we had put some pressure with all of this on Warsaw, we would have taken it by now. We'd be deep into Russia at this point. But that's the whole point of this campaign, is to make it difficult by allowing France to build up the deepest trench line possible. And the whole point of this is like Germany and Austrian stuff are strong early. So like right now is when we're going, oh wow, we can push, we can gain, you know. But it's going to flip as more and more allies get involved, such as Italy, for instance. I do not have the troops to hold Italy right now. I could reroute some Germans, and then the France would push. I need Serbia to be cleaned up at that point, or there's just no way for me to contain Italy. In fact, we look at this, we're like 9 to 10 turns. And then as this spools out with like Bulgaria and Romania, and then, mind you, US of A, like, you know, there's just a lot to think about, okay? A lot. Let's, I don't think it's worth attacking over here at all. Unless we get, like, artillery up there, which we're not going to get. It's just not worth it. I think the next thing to do... Like, can you buy a lab turkey? No. Austria, can you? Yes. I think Austria has to sell. Oh! No. Yeah. I don't know if I lost points doing that, but we're selling the vehicle stuff. Yeah, we definitely did lose some points. And Germany, I mean... No, and then I clicked the wrong one! Alright, whatever. You're gonna get a lab there. You do have a big air force to get a lab here. And then... I would like Germany to just have more ammo. Austria needs 55. I may have had enough before misclicking stuff. Austria does have a lot of fighter stuff happening. In research, I do have them focused on the fighter tech. Germany is about to finish fighter tech. I'd love for them to do more blimp stuff. But the blimp stuff, like, they get more, like, base defense against other air units, right? Like, so they don't get hurt as much from being intercepted. And then they get a little bit of air attack to defend themselves. And then they get a little bit more strategic attack and defense against other types of units. Like, it's not... Like, these airships are not going to get that much stronger. Whereas if you look at, like, the fighters, it's ground attack, air attack. Next up, base defense, air attack, shock. Next one, ground attack, air attack, high defense. Like, you know, it just keeps giving, like, incredible stats. So that's really good. Another thing to consider is the bomber, right? Bombard goes up, bombard goes up. A lot of strategic attack comes up at the end. I don't really know anything about the railroad gun, which is another thing that's interesting. But hey, look at this, all right? Hey, look at this chlorine gas. I mean, we're about to hit it. We still need to buy the upgrade, but certainly it is applicable. Wouldn't mind popping a shot off on these guys, but I don't want to waste our artillery either. Everyone's chilling. We have a ton of resources coming in from overseas because the UK is... For all I know, the UK got all confused as an AI and sent their stuff down here. But we did see them moving over here to, like, prevent me from convoy raiding, which is what I would normally be doing with my submarines. But I'm just bringing all my submarines in here, and now the UK is just staying in port and letting my convoys through. I mean, fine by me, dude. I guess I'm being a pacifist, so they're returning the favor. I don't know. I am a little worried about this. This can get outflanked, but they're so weak in the center. Austria... How long do we have on Italy? 9 turns. Okay, so nothing needs to be done right away. I think we're good. I think we're good. I think that no naval stuff is really happening right now. No attacks are happening here. Let's end turn. I'm not trying to stall. I'm just, like, being honest. Being honest about our turn here. Okay, a lot of good pressure in the center. And they are leaving our lands, but then they're coming into them again. That cavalry on the north side is eligible for attacks. Oh, that plane is really punching us hard. And now the artillery's in the zone. I don't know what to do about that. I might have to retreat from the peninsula with the Turks. I'm not sure yet. But you can see, like, when the Brits are pushing, it's not like the front line here against the French. Like, we are absolutely fighting away. And the French are actually investing heavily in air. Probably because of how stalemated this front line is. Like, they don't see the need for more infantry. Ships moving around. Russia's so big. Like, I know that's an obvious statement, but, like, it's so big. No events occurred this turn. We did get industrial warfare and chlorine gas and a whole bunch of airships. It's probably the last airships that we're going to build, but it's nice to have them. Before quitting, I just want to talk about, like, where are we? We took a bunch of damage on this pre-dreadnought. It's probably worth bringing you down to do the attacks. But, you know, we got some weak points in our lines, but overall, we're, like, tier 1 infantry versus tier 3 German infantry. Pretty sick. Even the Austrian infantry, which is tier 1, is now ready for tier 2. So, slight difference. They don't look that different, but maybe they will graphically here in a second. I know they start to look different. I think the British in particular look different once you get them to level 2. But that's fine. Oh man, we can actually kill this squad right now. That's pretty sick. If we can kill this squad, that allows us a little bit of breathing room for taking over the peninsula and limiting the amount of, like, attack vectors. It might make it more holdable. More Russians, yeah, lots of things. One thing I'm willing to do right now, if it's possible, would be attack and take the capital, but we're not ready to take the capital. We can do a lot of damage. We can probably kill these defending units in the forests and knock, you know, Serbia out of the war. But hey, look, we're half a year away from the Germans actually getting involved. At which point, I don't even know what we're going to do with the Germans on the Western Front, because it's so locked up now. Like, it's like the actual war, except even less movement. No raids or anything, just a little bit of air reconnaissance. And now the Russians have actually mobilized enough units to hold this salient. And this is actually kind of forming a solid line. Like, looks like they're actually willing to give up Warsaw, in fact, to just let this be their front line. And this, like, it just works. It just, frustratingly, it works. Entente allies, neutral nations. Arabia is in this, so. Wow. But we do have a lot of combat power, and we do have a lot of ammunition now. That's what we've been, like, basically putting all our points into. Ammunition and research, which are the two things that pay out in the long run. So whether we kill Serbia this round or not doesn't really matter, because everything's trending the way we need it to. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'll see you next time. Ciao for now.